TUC General Secretary Brendan Barber joins us now from the Manchester conference. Mr. Barber, thank you for speaking to Bloomberg. What exactly are you most concerned about?
Well, we're going to get across the case this week very strongly that we think there is an alternative to the government's economic strategy, that now is not the time to be making these huge cuts, that the risks are that this will push us into a double-dip recession. And it will do huge damage in terms of social division. We know that the cuts will hit the weakest hardest.
Brendan Barber, there is, though, so much concern about actually this huge public debt that we have in the UK, and it does seem that the cuts outlined by the government are certainly supported by the markets, but also by some of the rating agencies.
There's certainly some suggestion of that, but there are quite a number of serious commentators who are suggesting that really the government have been talking up this threat of an adverse market reaction, and that when people have, for example, compared us with the situation in Greece, that our position is very different. The structure of our debt is much more manageable and sustainable, and that the risks are that by making these cuts now in this way, actually we're potentially going to make our deficit problems longer term worse, not better.
Now, Mervyn King, the Governor of the Bank of England, will come and speak to you on Friday. What will be your main message to him? Less cuts or no cuts at all?
Well, the Governor's with us this week on Wednesday, in fact, and obviously there'll be a lot of interest in what he has to say. The bank has no responsibility for these decisions on spending. They are the responsibility of the government. But he does, of course, have responsibility for monetary policy. And we've seen a real easing of monetary policy. Interest rates have been kept very low. And quantitative easing, of course, to help keep the economy moving too. So those issues where the government has a direct responsibility, I think people will be interested to hear how he sees the future.
Are you concerned, or are you not concerned, rather, that actually if you do go on strike and too many strikes, you'll get the public against you instead of for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've not been predicting a great wave of strikes in the winter of discontent and some of these cliches that are trotted out. I think we could see some difficult disputes. There's no doubt that if people see attacks on their pay, on their pensions perhaps, and on jobs, of course that could lead to difficult disputes. But my emphasis this week is more about the work we're going to be doing to get across in a positive way the case for a different economic strategy. And I think we can see some real pressure building on the government for a change of course.
Brendan Barber, thank you so much.